Hello everybody, welcome to a new visual novel. After having read Subarashiki Hibi for such a long time, it feels very weird to be beginning something new, but we're beginning Tsui no Sora Remake today, the 2020 remake, and I'm very excited for this remake because I don't really know what to expect. I've heard that it's going to be similar to Subarashiki Hibi, there's going to be links, there's going to be things that are new, just reimaginations of the story. I don't know what's going to be different, I don't know what's going to be the same. I'm just excited for the story to be retold, really, and to experience the same thing that I've enjoyed experiencing so much in Subarashiki Hibi, just in a different light. It's going to be really cool, and I hope I'm going to enjoy it. I don't really know much about the story, so yeah, I'm really excited to play it, honestly. Now, before we get into this video, obvious spoilers for every single chapter in Subarashiki Hibi. That's including all 7 chapters, but also, hang on, let me just show you what I mean. All 7 chapters, but I might also mention the Knocking on Heaven's Door chapter as well. So, yeah, be careful for spoilers, basically. Right, guys, here we go. This is Tsui no Sora. This is the title screen here. And, I mean, my first impression is just how insanely different it looks to Subarashiki Hibi. I like the fact that it's a very, very ominous... It feels like one of those really, really odd action films where everything's green, we're just in darkness. But then again, at the same time, it's a real contrast because there's lots of dark, and yet at the same time, there's just light in the middle of it, in the centre. It's a very, very unusual little screen, actually. I think it looks cool. It does look cool, but it's very, very abstract. And I like the fact that... there's Japanese at the top here. I wonder if that represents the fact that the sky is full of anxious words that Zakudo said. And I do wonder if that then tells us that there could possibly be links in Tsui no Sora to the events of Subarashiki Hibi. I don't know. I don't know how linked the events are going to be. I just know that they are somewhat similar. I like this as well. You can barely read these kanji. I mean, I'm sorry, but if you didn't know what these kanji were, I mean, would you even be able to tell that they were characters? I mean, I suppose this looks pretty similar to, I don't know, the radical that's used in the kanji for Huyu, i.e. winter. But, I don't know, that's Ito, that kanji there. But... I mean, I'm sorry, I just don't know how you would be able to read that. Like, if you didn't know the context of this, I mean, obviously, not is readable, sure, but none of it is. Also, can I just mention, this looks like a D-pad. It genuinely does. Let's look at the config menu. This looks nice. It looks reasonably similar to Subarashiki Hibi, just in the respect that it has very similar looking layout. But what's interesting is this building here. I do wonder, because obviously Subarashiki Hibi had the building of the school rooftop, and I really do wonder if this then proves that this is going to be a really significant location here. And I do wonder where this is, because I just wonder in general, because this school looks very different to the one that we were in before. So I just wonder. Right. This is going to be really quite exciting. Let's start. Oh my god. Hi, Ayana. Interesting that she has a black school uniform rather than a white one. That's a very unusual choice. And oh my god, look at that. Look at this. This is totally Subarashiki Hibi's rooftop. Wow. That's cool. Oh my god. Minakami Yukito. Ah yes. Yukito. That is really, really weird. So, I mean, are the fragments of this story? It looks like there are a lot of fragments of this story. Are they going to be based on... I mean, obviously in Subarashiki Hibi, all of the fragments that made up the whole story, all of the chapters, they were based on individual characters and obviously how their lives developed as the chapter progressed. And I wonder if, rather than the chapter name hinting at something that is going to happen, like, for example, I don't know, I mean, it loosely hints on it. Oh yeah, this is a nice menu. Oh, that's actually really cool. It's a really, really different feel, and I like it. It's going to definitely be a new experience. I do wonder what the characters are going to be like, and also what the voice actors are going to be like. And I just wonder who's going to voice who, and I bet you there are going to be some people that we instantly recognise easily. I suppose it is like Subarashiki Hibi in the sense that we're reading something regarding Yuki firstly. I wonder if we're going to see some sort of reinterpretation on the dream in chapter 1. I don't know. Yeah, what's quite cool about this as well is just the fact that it looks so similar and yet so different at the same time. Yeah, here we go. Right, I have no idea what the fuck I'm going to be reading, so yeah, brace yourselves. The fuck? Okay, this took a turn I didn't really expect. July 20th minus 7 days. So, oh, what's that? Oh god. I'm finding that so hard. What the fuck? Kotomi? What? Oh my god. What's 20 minus 7, guys? I don't know. That's 13. Yukito. Oh my god. Why are you called Kotomi? Okay, this is gonna be weird. Firstly, let's just fix this. Oh my god, what? Hang on a second, is Yuki a man? What the fuck? Oh my god, this is already weird. We're not even 3 lines in and this is already weird. Interesting background as well. Right. I'm gonna test this now. Does space... Yes! This is not like the full voice edition of Subarashiki Hibi. Spacebar does not skip dialogue. Oh my god. Yes! That is a good decision. I hated that feature so much in the full voice edition. And obviously I preferred it in the edition that I played originally. Hey Yukito. Yeah. Oh my god, this is cursed. So we've obviously got Takuji's room. We have... Oh my... Is it wrong? Why is this person so... wide? Basically, that was what I was thinking. So we've got someone who's really thick. We've got a very, very similar yet different setting. We've got Takuji's room. Or Tomo-sana's room, but a very odd mattress. Looks like something you'd see in a prison, to be honest. We've got a desk as well. And we've got his laptop. He actually has a desk as well, which is something odd. And he's got a very, very odd notice board, and I wonder what that is. Interesting. Who is Yukito, though? Oh my god, I can't believe that... Firstly, this person's name is Kotomi as well. That's so weird. Sorry, IDC text is too slow. There we are. Oh god. Oh, this backlog looks weird. Can't say I like it the most, but... Is this... Ah, damn. I have to look at the backlog if I want to look at the voice dialogue. So she seems like Kagami, but just that little bit nicer. And, oh, I don't know, maybe the fact that she can actually restrain herself. Oh my god, she really, really is forcing us. Why can you never seem to get up on your own? Yukito, you've got to wake up already! Somebody seems very, very... What? Don't shake me, I'm awake. Yeah, you really sound awake. So I'll just turn it up a bit. Still kind of experimenting with volumes. Also, I'm just gonna... There we go, that's better. Minakami Yukito, that's so weird. Clearly not. You're not planning on getting up at all, are you? Oh, we're gonna be late! Didn't you say you couldn't afford to miss any first period literature classes? Hang on a second, you're telling me that... Oh, wait, no, that kind of makes sense. I can, I suppose. Yeah, but you don't... I mean, fair enough. To be fair, I can't actually argue with that. You can, but... I mean, you should have maths as well, but... I mean, maybe you can get by without literature. I don't know how it is in Japan. I mean, to be honest, in England, if you... Let's say you do A-level maths, physics, and literature. If you just get really high grades on maths and physics, yeah, you're set. I don't even... I can just kind of see how this would be the case. I mean, there are a lot of things you could do, even if you give up on literature. Oh my god. Okay, so Yukito is a very lazy guy. Just like in Subarashiki Hibi. Oh my god, that made him awake. Why is the uniform inverted, by the way? Can I just... Well, not really inverted, but a lot of the colours are opposite. Oh my god, that's really good. Wait, can I screenshot? Oh god, I hope I can, because that's so going in quotes. Yes, I can. Let's go. This is a really quite relaxing piece of music here. What were you saying, Yukito? My god. I mean, I feel kind of bad for Kotomi. I don't really know why. She's doing... Oh, Kitako College. Rather than a high school. Okay. Anyway, I think that's hilarious. Can I just mention, does this person even exist? Why? Why is he like this? I don't really want to do this, but I guess I've got no... Oh my god! Are we gonna get down the rabbit hole too, where Kagami just completely jumps on Yuki? Oh my god, I think we are. Yeah, no, we totally are. What the fuck is Noogie Noogie? Alright, Noogie Noogie. What the hell does that mean? I've never heard this expression. Oh, right, it's a light blow or a jab. Okay then. Alright, Noogie Noogie, if it hurts, you should just wake up, okay? You are evil. Okay, and we're awake now. Well, I kind of get the impression that when Yukito graduates, he's going to be graduating from the control of this person. Oh yeah, double Wahoge as well, interesting. Oh no. Oh no. Wait, what's he gonna do? What's that? You're telling me you can sleep through all that? Well, in that case, maybe I should aim better. How about here? Okay, I was thinking he was gonna aim for his balls. No. Oh my god. This person is a bit physical. Oh my god, I just think it's hilarious though. Yukito out of all people. To be honest, I mean, in Subarashiki Hibi, there aren't really many protagonists that I would genuinely define as lazy. Well, I mean, I suppose you could think of Megu and Satoko, but... I mean... Oh god, I don't really want to... Oh, I mean, of course they're late. Whoa, no. be fair, I can't think of many people. A lot of the people in Subarashiki Hibi, they're very, very unusual just for how well they, or just for either the fact that they do something very well, or they do something awfully, or just in general the fact that they're always distinct. It's kind of hard to find somebody who I would actually define as lazy. I mean, for example, I would say Megu and Satoko are lazy because they can't find genuine ways of earning money, but then I kind of hate to say it, but I mean, the amount of planning they must have done for you-know-what, I mean, that's not really something a lazy person can do. I just hate that I can't call them lazy, if I'm going to be honest. I really do. Oh my god, I get that this guy is lazy as hell, but... Jesus Christ, what would Yukito do without Kotomi? Seriously? I know it hurts, but I'm not going to break it. I'm just pressing on a point that's going to make it really hurt, that's all. Jesus Christ, Kotomi. Well, your name is Kotomi. Does it really surprise me that you are a... Well, you have a few screws loose, maybe. I mean, look at Sanami Kotomi, just for reference. Well, to be fair, it's a real tragic story why she has screws loose. But, yeah. I like that. You still did. Oh my god.
あ、そのタイミングで不可解そうな顔するんじゃねえだよ。いや、なんでそんな自信満々なのかなと不思議で。
Oh my god, you've done it.
毎日部活しているし、体を引き締まっているはずだし。
そんなやつはだね。君みたいな見事な太ももしていないし、見事なお尻もしていない。
Who says this to a girl? Oh my god. You wonder why you were hurt. Oh my god. So I just want to see, I think this is so good. Oh, childhood friends. Is this brother and sister then? Hang on a second, so if Yukito is a boy, is Takuji, is the real Takuji or Tomosane or whoever a girl? Like, genuine question. Oh my god, this is going to be really interesting. Yukito, we may be childhood friends, but there are still some things you can and can't say. What you just said crossed the line. Yeah, totally reasonable. This person is very, very odd, but I mean, I suppose it could be a compliment, but it's just a little bit uncomfortable. Yeah, that too, yeah. Yeah, she definitely has a point. Yeah, what you think has nothing to do with me. Besides, don't you think it's a little weird to be complimenting your childhood friend's body? Yes. Yeah, I mean, that is a fair counter-argument. Still doesn't necessarily justify the fact that it's being a bit creepy and you're making her feel uncomfortable, so you shouldn't. That's a good counter argument, to be fair. Oh my god, after all of it. Jesus Christ.
まあ、あれだけの苦痛を与えられたら目も覚めるわ。
Fair enough.
いやいや、揺らしただけでも普通なら目を覚ますでしょ。
どうかな。
To be honest, I have always really wondered why, I don't know, the delusional Yuki in Subarashiki Hibi has found it really hard to wake up. But my theory is the fact that, I mean, let's be honest, having the ID, it must be absolutely awful because you have one personality and then that personality just suddenly goes. And then the other personality that wakes up in its place, does it remember the fact that does it remember when it last slept? I mean, how could it? Because surely if I don't know, for example, Tomo-san slept in another personality, how would another personality remember the fact that it slept? Basically, what I'm trying to say is I think this body, the only way it can sleep is by forcibly shutting down. Or maybe just... maybe if somebody feels they're really tired, they will do so. But I just feel like sleep must be a very, very big concern for someone like this. But... yeah, and then again, I mean, I just don't really understand why, if that's the case. And maybe it's so hard for, I don't know, Tomo-san to wake up. Why is it the case that he actually does wake up? I suppose you've got to think about that. I mean, what is it that genuinely makes him wake up? That's a bit of a weird question. And I just really wonder if Yukito is deluded, or if this is a genuine conversation here. I really do. Oh, I'm impressed. Oh my god, could that be a hint? Like, as in the pain never existed? Oh my god. She might talk a big game, but she doesn't actually want to, like, kill me or anything. I don't really know the details, but apparently her kendo coach is a qualified judo therapist who taught her all about the pressure points on the human... Jesus Christ. The reason why he goes so far as to teach her that is beyond me, though. I mean, I don't really think that Kotomi would necessarily learn all of this just so that he can be hurt. I think there's a bit more to it than that. Or at least I'd hope. Oh, yeah. Again, what I was saying, it could apply to this too. Oh god. You're still half asleep, aren't you? Sorry, you've got to get it out of bed already. Well, to be fair, I mean, he is thinking. He's definitely doing a lot more than he was doing when, well, let's be honest, he was half asleep. Oh no, I was just thinking. I look around the room. Oh, what's that poster just to the right there? It's the same scenery as always. The same scenery as always. Meaning I'm thinking of the moment I wake up as always. For whatever reason, on this particular morning, that thought leaves a really strong impression on me. The scenery I always wake up to. Just what assures me that's what I'm looking at. Is it my memory, or maybe some other kind of evidence that's scattered throughout the world? Are you still half asleep? Oh, I can't get used to this. is actually a little bit of an interesting question that he's posed here. I mean, then again, this is... I kind of think that this is something that it can definitely be explained with science. And you can think of the science of the brain and memories and just in general how that makes it so that you not only remember things but recognise sights. But then again, it is an odd concept because how does all of the scientific processes translate to emotion? I suppose he could think that maybe? I don't know. Yeah, but then again, I mean, I suppose you could think that... Interesting. I told you already, I'm just thinking for a second. Thinking, huh? Kotomi looks over my bedside. Interesting. Reading hard books as usual, I see.
睡眠導入剤としては優秀な本だよ。
I totally agree. Oh my god. Yeah. Whenever I don't read, I mean, to be fair, this is not a very fair comparison because it just depends on what I've been doing in the day and before I've gone to sleep. But when I don't read before I go to bed, it's ironic because even though I'm looking at an electronic screen, I feel so much more able to sleep if I read compared to if I don't. It's seriously true. It really is. And it doesn't even have to be a visual novel. It could be a manga as well. Anything. And I cannot sleep after I've watched anime. Never. Absolutely not.
ユキトって難しい本ばかり読んでるし、数式とお友達だし。
Oh, that's interesting.
なんで私と同じ学校なのかな。もっとレベルが高いところ行けたんじゃないかっていつも思うんだよね。
This is really unusual. So we're seeing a little bit of a turn in the story here. So it looks like Yukito here, rather than everything that was going on with Tomo-sane, the fact that he was somebody who could... Well, no, he was never. Sorry, that's Mamiya Takuji. Oh, it's a bit confusing that now. But, yeah, anyway, I suppose the story with Yuki was that she was somebody who was at top, and then she fell down as everything progressed. But here, it's the case that he's never fallen down. And I mean, sure, he hates classes like literature, and he doesn't fully want to try in them, and obviously he's a bit lazy. Even though he can't miss the class, he's lazy. And he doesn't really want to go. Which I don't blame him, I fucking hate literature, but, well, I just hate literature at school. I think it just... If I'm going to be honest, I just think it destroys a lot of the enjoyment for reading. I feel like you read and you're assessed on your reading and your comprehension, and you don't do it because you enjoy it, you do it because you have to do it. And I don't find the text we do particularly interesting, so... Or at least we did. I don't have to do it anymore, which is very nice. Yeah, my god, if he got into somewhere better, I don't really think he would be allowed to stay there, surely. If he hasn't... well, if he keeps on missing classes.
その年で業が深いとか前世何やってたのかな水上ゆきとくんは。
Oh god. I mean, if this story is all created by Ayana, that has a bit of a different meaning. Karma, at this age, you saying that makes me wonder what crazy stuff he must have gotten up to your previous life, Minakami Yukito. Ah yes, my previous life was Minakami Yuki. What did I do? I can think of one very weird thing she did with Tomo-sane in Sawaimura. Oh god. Beats me. This sky looks so weird. It looks ominous. It just looks too blue. My name is Minakami Yukito. I'm a perfectly ordinary nice guy, thank you very much. Oh wow, this is different. Oh, no, it's kind of similar, but yeah, I'm leading an unremarkable student life now, but before all of that, I used to live overseas. Jesus Christ, fucking hell. That really turned dark. God. The country I lived in was supposed to be safe, but in the span of just a couple months, things got pretty desperate there. I wonder which country he lived in then, so he's not natively Japanese, or what? When the company my parents worked at was seized by a terrorist group, neither the state nor the company did anything to save them, and they were both... That's unbelievable. That really is. Fucking hell. I've clawed my way out of the hell where hundreds had lost their lives. I wanted to continue my life from the shadows of society, but we live in an age where the world isn't ruled by people with crazy backstories like that, and so I was left with this ordinary life. Yeah, that's actually really interesting. So what I find really interesting about this is firstly the fact that it looks like, I mean, I don't really know if he's had any traumatic events, but God, he's had a fucking rough deal. He really has. Wait, what? Dude, why would you do that? How dishonest with yourself can you be? What? Why? I genuinely believe that as well. I mean, I didn't really... Oh my God. By the way, I made all that up. Truth is, I was born into a normal household and lived about as normal a life as any. Although I'm the only one living here at the moment. Oh shit. Over the past few months, my grandma's dementia's been getting real bad, and so my parents decided to go to Hakata to book her into a nursing home. God, that's rough. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, typical. Yeah, the nursing home thing just seems to be a front, though. I hear the relatives are already at each other's throats over the inheritance. Now, I don't want to be this type of guy who just thinks that everything is a lie and questions everything, but I really do wonder if this is kind of like Minakami Yuki in the sense that... But the thing is, I mean, it could be like Yuki, for example, in chapter 1, what she did is she said that her parents were, oh, they'd just gone out, justifying the fact that there was nobody at home. But... And obviously completely believing it, even though it was completely false in reality. But the thing is here, I mean, I don't know how similar or different this person's going to be. I really don't, because it seems like everything's reasonably normal. I wonder if we're going to see any parents, or is it like any time in the story, because it doesn't really sound like they've died. Or obviously they've gone insane. Yeah, reasonable, me too. Being a student, I can't say I really know or care about that sort of thing. But I at least understand that it's all thanks to my parents being out there taking care of the money matters that I don't really know or care about, that I've got such a cushy life here. That's reasonable. I'm just genuinely impressed. He seems sane, and he seems really, really oddly normal. Yeah, that's really unusual. This was something I really didn't expect. I can be a little out there sometimes, but I don't have some kind of special past or anything. I've just lived an ordinary life up until now. Yeah, weird. Yeah, philosophy. It sounds like something that would be philosophical. The book on my bedside is Bertrand Russell's The Analysis of Mind. I put it back on the bookshelf. Yeah, and obviously, like with Takuji's room, the bookshelf is very, very populated.
どんな本なの?
What's that book about?
どんな本だろうな。
I feel like I can just hear him lighting up. I only picked it up because I'm still going through that edgy phase. Who isn't? There's a famous passage in this book called the 5-minute hypothesis. Oh my god, yep, we've seen this. It's my own invention, I remember. I saw this in Takuji's speech, I swear. Him talking about history and why the fact that him trying to just desperately disprove the true nature of history, saying that life could have just been created within the idea of somebody and it could have been implanted in our heads, and all reason of what has happened beforehand is just an idea that's been created by somebody else, which is actually ironically close to the truth. But yeah, it really reminds me of that. Oh my god, that's interesting. It says something along the lines of, the world could have been created just 5 minutes ago. But then again, how do we necessarily define 5 minutes? This is the tricky thing, because if it was created... if it was created 5 minutes ago, that would be 5 minutes to human timescales. But the thing is, if everything that has been created from... if everything relating to human beings has just been a thought by someone else, who is the person that decides just how many seconds or just what unit of time 5 minutes is? I know, it is absurd, but it is impossible to dispute. I can see that. But dinosaur fossils exist. Let's say radiation measurements show that, oh yeah, of course, yeah, they're tens of millions of years old. So naturally, you'd assume that the Earth must have been around for that long. No, it's obviously some sort of person's evidence that they've deliberately planted. Yeah, but it's also possible that these fossils... that those fossils that serve as evidence were also just suddenly created by a demon 5 minutes ago. If I'm going to be honest, I feel like it's something that's very, very unlikely to be true. If I'm going to be honest, I just don't really understand how we live our lives if something like this is true. We live... But, if something like this was true, then surely every single part of our life that we've lived is false. Because what happens if the world was made 5 minutes ago and then... I don't know, you have experiences that you remember having of your life. Those experiences that you have objectively felt were just all lies. And they were just things that were planted in your head, even though you remember experiencing them yourself. That's so weird. I'd heard the book said something to that effect. Yeah, reasonable. That's why I ended up tracking it down at the library and borrowing it. Oh, but as it turned out, the book didn't go into nearly as much detail as I'd hoped. Oh, Russell only wrote that it's possible to make such a hypothesis. And to be honest, I was left disappointed. So he probably wanted to see just how somebody could make a hypothesis, and obviously how they could use evidence in order to support such a claim that, well, defies reality really and completely contradicts it. Oh, right. It's the same thing every time I read a philosophy book. It always feels like I'm being cheated. That's really interesting because I suppose Yuki, Yuki, Tomo-sane, and just people like that in general, really, they use philosophy in order to, and obviously Takuji, Takuji, of course. They use philosophy in order to entirely base their identity around themselves. It's just interesting how it changes here. They always appear to hold some wondrous, mysterious truth, but in the end, they may as well be Greek to me. Yeah, no, I can kind of see that. Yeah, because I suppose you have normal reality as you know it, even though we probably don't know what it is. But at the same time, all of these books, I suppose, they encourage people to think differently about their reality, and they think that there is some sort of amazing and unusual truth that people could never really guess. But then, yeah, it might just... But it does kind of make sense that it might as well just be Greek to him, because I suppose these truths of reality that people suggest, they're so far from anything that we could possibly perceive or imagine that they might as well just be in another language. I like that. Maybe I'm just an idiot, I don't know. Nah, you have an opinion. That's fine. Oh god, Kotomi's pissed. Oh shit.
まだ寝ぼけてるのかな、ユキトくん。
いや、大丈夫だ。
Yeah, it's interesting that. So he was... I mean, my god, he had a very hard time getting up, but the second he thinks about the things that interest him, he's clearly a deep thinker, but the second he thinks about what interests him, he's up. He really, really is up. Such a relaxed little setting here, I like it.
大丈夫に見えないんだけど、また深夜まで本読んでたの？
Well, you don't look fine. Don't tell me you were up reading until late at night again. Oh my god, she just looks like she's pleading that isn't the case. I love it.
深夜というか、日が昇ったあたりまで読んでたかな。
What the fuck? What? Dude, how many hours of sleep did this guy get? What?
朝まで本読んでたってことじゃない。
Oh my god.
何やってるんだかな。
Well, I mean, if you don't really have time to do it any other time, I can see it, but still, my god. I mean, I can't deny it must be really fun. It really, really must be. I can't do that because I'm just way too... If I don't follow my routine, my day falls apart, basically. And my mood completely goes, so I have to. But, yeah. I can't do that. That's the only reason I can't do it. But to be fair, I think if you're tired and you're reading stuff, you're not fully enjoying it. You've got to be fully aware. Or at least that's just kind of how I feel. I admire him, to be honest.
何見つめているのかな。
What are you staring at?
いや、こんな面倒見がいい幼馴染なんて、漫画かアニメか美少女ゲー。
What did I do? No, I do not want to return to the title screen. What? I pressed... What? Huh? I'm so confused. Wait, is there a way to change hotkeys? Oh shit, I can't screenshot quotes. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. That's a shame. Oh, that sucks. Oh well. Don't really care. I love that though. I always like screenshotting things I find funny and finding funny, and I like just having a little reference of it just for the future. So it's a bit annoying that I can't really do that here.
何バカなこと言ってるんだよ。お隣同士お互いいろいろと世話した仲じゃないの。別に特別なことなんてないんだよ。
Come on, we live right next door to each other. We're a lot more close than I am to my neighbours, my god. Oh, come on, we live right next door to each other, so it's only natural we take care of each other. It's not like it's anything special. Yeah, I wish I lived next to you. Holy shit. I see.
なんで微妙な顔をするのかな。
Why do you look a little disappointed?
それでもお前には感謝してるからさ。ま、本当にありがとうよ。
Anyway, I'm grateful you came to wake me up. Thanks a lot, Kotomi.
そっか。でもそう言ってもらえると素直に嬉しいね。あ、それより朝食にしようよ。
I wonder what they're going to have. Oh, that's really, really nice of her. My god. Oh, Kotomi definitely is going to have a love interest with Yukito easily. Easily. I really am grateful she comes here to make breakfast every morning. Holy fuck. Wow. Gosh, she really, really is kind. Oh my god. It's their house. It's their houses. God, what a contrast. We opened the front door of my house.
今日も天気がいいな。めっちゃ暑くなりそう。
Yeah, it feels really weird at the moment. I mean, I would have thought that we're approaching summertime. I mean, it's June the 7th today? Yeah, June the 7th. But at the same time, I mean, it is so cold. I'm literally shivering at the moment. And to be fair, we have had reasonably high amounts of rainfall and also thunderstorms, so it's obviously something that can be explained. It's just so surprising that we're having a ridiculous frequency of rainfall at the moment, which is ironically just after a really long drought period. But yeah, it's very weird. And yeah, what I'm just trying to say is this is probably one of the coldest summers I've ever had, genuinely. But I'm not complaining. I fucking hate summer. I'll just put it out there. I hate summer with a passion. Great weather again today. It's going to be a real scorcher.
そうだね。なんかずっと晴れてて不思議な感じ。
Is she blushing? I don't know. It looks like she is. It's just, if she is, the red is really hard to see. It sure is, but it feels kind of weird when it's sunny all the time.
そんなこともあるだろ
Isn't that just how summer is? Yeah, totally. It's the most drowsy season ever.
なんか私は夏の青空って苦手で。
That's interesting. Why? Yeah, but I don't know. I just don't really like the blue skies during summer.
う。夏の青空が苦手ってやつがいるのかよ。だいたいみんな好きじゃないか
People who don't like summer skies exist. I thought everyone liked them.
それは偏見でしょ。夏の青空って日差し強いから肌に良くないし、そもそもすごく暑くなるし。
Well, of course you'd think that. You like them yourself. I just find it very interesting that with Kagami and Tsukasa and Yuki, the conversations, they were always really geared towards an extremity. This is normal. Feels very weird just to be seeing a conversation that is fully normal in Subarashiki Hibi or Tsui no Sora, to be honest.
Oh, そういう意味でか。
So that's what you meant.
いや、どうだろう。そういう意味なのかな。
No, I wonder, is that really what I meant?
違うのかというか、今のは琴美が言ったことだろ。
It's not. But, I mean, isn't that what you just
ユ
said?
キトってなんか難しいこと詳しいじゃない？
Oh my god, hey Yukito, you're good with complicated stuff, right?
いやいや、勝手なイメージだよ。当たり前だけど、世の中にある難しいことなんか大半わからない。
No, really, that's just what you might think. I think it's pretty obvious, but I don't understand most of the complicated stuff in this world. Who does?
でもさ、なんで空が青いとか知っているでしょ？
Raleigh scattering. They know why the sky is blue,
よ
right?
くわからんが、大気に浮遊する微粒子で、
Yeah.
太陽光の中で波長の短い光が散乱しやすく、青は波長が短いから網膜が反応するんだろ
I'm not 100% sure, but isn't it that light with short wavelengths easily scattered in sunlight by particles in the atmosphere, and blue has a short wavelength, so the retina perceives the sky as blue. Yeah, I always heard that the sky is actually ultraviolet, and it is tending towards violet, the colour. But the only thing is, apparently the cones in our retinas, they can't actually perceive violet, so they actually perceive blue instead. That's what I've heard.
聞いたことある。
Yeah, I've heard that
だ
before.
ったらそういうことだろ
So that's what it is, right?
だったらそういうことか。でもさ、ユキトとかだったらそれで納得できるの？
Yeah, it is. But can you really be satisfied with that
う。
explanation?
納得？
Satisfied?
網膜が反応するから、こんな覆いかぶさるような青が空を覆っているってこと。
This blue hanging over us is... Oh, that's interesting wording. It's covering the sky. So what would the sky be if it wasn't with the blue hanging over us? That's unusual. Just because the retina perceives it as such.
青が覆いかぶさるって。雲じゃあるまいし、かぶさっていないだろう。
What do you mean, this blue hanging over us? And covered? It's not a cloud. Nothing's being covered.
Mm. そうなんだと思う。この青い空は覆いかぶさっていないんだと思うよ。けどさ。
Yeah, I think you're right. The blue isn't covering the sky,
け
but...
ど、なんだよ。
But what?
私たちが見上げる場所って宇宙なんでしょ？でも青空だと宇宙は見えない。
That is a good point.
まあ、昼間だからな。
宇宙はずっと先。それこそ光の速さで何千何万何億年先の姿を見せてくれている。だったらそれらを全て隠してしまう青い空って何なんだろう。 青空は透き通っている。ずっと先まで見えているような錯覚に陥る。けどさ、実際はそのずっと先を見えなくしている。
Yeah, no, I can see that.
なんだよいきなり。ことみらしくない。お前がそんなわけのわからないことを言い出すなんて珍しいな。
I mean, I think it's logical. It's just something that... I don't know. I mean, obviously it's an interesting argument. It's just more something you would expect to see in a book rather than in an actual conversation. I still think what she's saying is very logical and it's interesting to read.
いや、ごめん。本当、私も少しおかしなこと言ったと思っているんだ。けどさ、なんでだろう。今日はなぜか少し変な感じがするんだよ。
Could you imagine if this is the day where, I don't know, some sort of Tsui no Sora equivalent of Takashima Zakuro suicides, maybe? But I wonder why. I feel like something's just off today.
変な。
うまく言葉に言い表せないんだけど、ただそんな感じ。
Oh my god, it's like Doki Doki Literature Club. No way.
あ、ごめん、なんか立ち止まってた。
Oh my god, that's hilarious. So, I do see what she means though. They've been having so much pressure to get up, and that is the only reason why she's came to Yukito's house. Oh god, they're gonna be late. They are so gonna be late.
あれほどせかしてたのにな。いきなり空の話するから驚いたわ。
ごめんごめん、急ごう。
God, yeah, do hurry, don't want to be late. Oh my god, we're gonna see the school now.
そろそろ夏休みだよね。
Oh wow. God, this looks cool. I also noticed a arrangement of a Subarashiki Hibi track. Nice. Yeah. So I just find it really interesting with Kotomi. She has a reason because obviously it affects her day-to-day life. But then again, you could also think, I suppose, more metaphorically rather than more... Well, I suppose more dreamily rather than more of a way that obviously looks into reality and how it's going to affect you as a person. But, yeah, I just find it interesting how she really does consider both ends of it. I do kind of like the image of the fact that the blue that is as a result of scattering is just kind of perceived as a cover for space. It's as if everything that is so... I kind of like that, just everything in the universe that is so far out, it can never be seen just as a result of the cover of the blue that the sky is giving, really. I just think it's a really interesting way of putting it. It's just something that you never really would have thought about, and that's kind of why I like it, because it just puts things that you see every day just in a new light, really. I mean, then again, I suppose it's only our deed to have an opinion on stuff like this. We can't exactly do anything about this. This is just an opinion on the way we view life, really. Yeah, no, I do find that really interesting, and I kind of like how it's really interesting is, I suppose it's, the sky gives an illusion of the fact that when you look above, you can look beyond it, but you can't, and you're confined to, I don't know, the boundaries of the world that you're in. I don't know, I just really feel like it kind of makes sense when you think about stuff like world limits, really. But the only thing is, I mean, obviously, when you... Well, I suppose it's kind of like saying the sky is the limit of your world, and the sky covers that which is beyond your world, and maybe that you can't contemplate and put into words just because of how unknown it is. But then again, that's not really... That's kind of twisting what they've told us, because, I mean, even though stuff like space is not known to us, it can still be put into human words, so... Those philosophical arguments, the Wittgenstein ones, they don't really apply. Or at least that's kind of what I think. Oh yeah, summer break is right around the corner, huh?
ああ、期末テストも終わったしな。
Lucky. I have mine beginning the week of the 16th of June, and they go on until the Thursday in that week. 6 exams in 4 days. It's going to be absolute hell.
ユキとは夏休みどうするの?
What are you going to do over the
最
break?
後の夏休みだしな。
Well, it's our last summer break. Unreal, yeah.
有意義にダラダラする。
I love that. Oh my, good use of it by doing absolutely nothing. Yeah, fuck the fact that it's going to be our last summer break and we're probably never going to see each other again. I love that.
違うんだよ、受験。
My god, look at her face. Look at how mad she looks. You can't do that. What about your entrance
別に
exams?
勉強しなくても入れる大学なんてあるじゃん。
Oh my god, so this guy is probably one of the best in math in the entire school, and yet he does barely any studying. Wow, that's genuinely impressive. Wow, there ought to be some colleges that I can get into without really studying.
待て待て。ユキとって模試の偏差値私よりめちゃくちゃ高いんじゃねえですか?
Oh no, no, he does better without even studying, and obviously without going to sleep, without supporting himself. Oh my fucking god, hang on, aren't you doing way better than I am on the
だ
practice
から
tests?
勉強しなくても入れる大学があるって
Oh
話で。
my god, I feel so bad for her, for Kotomi. We haven't actually been given Kotomi's surname yet. Exactly, so there ought to be some colleges that I can get into without really studying.
嫌味なのか?
You trying to piss me
いや
off?
冗談だよ。それなりに勉強はしてるよ。
Oh, okay. Kidding, I'm studying a fair bit.
まあ、そう
Oh,
なんだろうね。机の上、参考書だらけだったよ。
I see, right. Oh, no, I just totally thought of Minakami Yuki, and of course I was deceived.
俺は琴美と違って帰宅部だし、家帰ってもやることもないしな。
Oh yeah, that's actually quite convenient, yeah. Unlike you, I'm not in any clubs, so when I get home I don't have anything better to do anyway. Yeah, use your time productively, that is a
ユ
good...
キとって身
It's
長
good.
も高いし、それなりに運動神経だってよかったのに、なんで部活入らなかったの?
Why don't you join any clubs again? You're so tall and athletic.
興味がなかったとしか言いようがないな。
Yeah, no, he does seem really, really isolated.
1年の2学期になっても勧誘されてたじゃない。
When you scouted back in the second semester of the first year.
そうだな。
Oh, was that just once and never
中
again?
学までは野球とかやってたのに。
And you even played baseball up until middle school.
発育が良かったからってだけだよ。身長が高いと球の速度が出るんだよ。同世代より少し球が速かったけど、 でも肩故障したしな。
That's just because I grew up fast. The taller you are, the faster you can throw the ball. Oh, right, I see. Didn't end up making a difference though with my shoulder injury and everything. What happened to a shoulder?
そうだったね。ごめん。
いやいや、謝ることじゃない。そもそもあの頃に自分の限界が見えていたんだよ。これから頑張って甲子園を目指すなんて無理なことは北高入ってすぐに分かったよ。
Nah, no need to apologize. I was already nearing my limit back then anyway. I used to say stuff like, I'm gonna work hard and make it to the big leagues. Oh, I see. So then some sort of shoulder injury happened. That high as well.
ユキとならできそうな気もするけど。
いやいや、逆に琴美が部活頑張りすぎだろう。なんで3年になってもやっている？
Nah, there was no way. Anyway, you're still giving Kendall your all, aren't you? What's made you keep it up even in our last year?
私はスポーツ推薦狙いだから、9月に国体があるからね。
Damn. I'm trying to get into college with an athletic scholarship. Yeah, no, I see that. And the nationals are coming up in September. Fucking
それはすごいよ。俺にそんな才能はない。野球もそこそこ。勉強もそこそこ。琴美とは違う。
Yeah, no. Oh, I really like that. I mean, obviously Yukito does have better grades, but at the same time what he's doing is he's being really kind, just saying that grades are not the only thing that matters, and the fact that Kotomi could potentially, even though she has grades that could be a little bit worse than Yukito's, still she may have the advantage just because of the fact that she has a lot of Kendo talent and she could possibly get an athletic scholarship. I mean, that must be very hard to get. I've never really looked into it myself, but at the same time, that is really quite cool.
そんなことないよ。私からしたらユキとは子供の頃から勉強もできてスポーツもできて。
Yukito doesn't really have much confidence in himself at all.
だからさ、それは発育が早かっただけだよ。今じゃ平々凡々だ。
Yeah, he never thinks that he's actually good at these things. He's just thinking that the only reason he was skilled whatsoever was because of the fact that he was taller than anybody else.
それよりも、琴美ぐらいスポーツできたら全く勉強しなくていいだろう。
Yeah, that is a good point. Anyway, if you're so good at sports, why bother studying at all?
そんなことないよ。勉強もしないと。
Can't do that. I've got to study
そ
too.
んなもんか？スポーツ推薦なんて作文だけって聞くけど。
Really? I heard if you're getting in via a scholarship, you just need to write one essay.
まあ、そういう部分もあるけどさ。
だったら勉強いらないだろう。
Meaning you don't need to study, right?
でも、勉強全くしないと大学じゃついていけ
Yeah,
なく
yeah,
なる
yeah,
じゃん。
yeah. Yeah, that's fair. But if I don't study at all, it will be impossible to keep up in college.
今ついていっているのだから大丈夫じゃないのか？
You're keeping up fine. Just fine at the minute, so you should be fine, no?
ユキとって勉強得意だよね。
You're good at studying, aren't you?
得意じゃねえよ。お前みたいに明確にやることないから勉強やっているだけだ。目標があるのなら勉強なんてしていない。
Yeah, no, fully fair. Don't know if I'd say I'm good at it. It's just that I don't have a clear goal like you, so I have nothing better to do. If I did, it wouldn't be studying. Yeah, no, that does totally make sense. I mean, I suppose I don't really know how this studying system works, but at the same time, I mean, yeah, I suppose you have an essay and then you're in college. I do wonder what this person would study in college, though. I mean, surely there would be some sort of. Well, I mean, then again, I do wonder how scholarships actually work in this case. I wonder if. Like, I wonder, you could have really bad grades in your subjects, but you may have a scholarship as well. So what happens then, I wonder? And I also really do wonder with all of this.
そうなの?
I suppose Kotomi wants to study just because of the fact that even though she doesn't necessarily need to study that much and she has the only required thing is an essay. I'm assuming that all of the entrance exams and all of the exams for her subjects are probably just things that are. I mean, obviously she would want the subject and she'd want the result from it, just so that obviously all of the time spent doing the subject hasn't been wasted. But I suppose because she has a scholarship, she doesn't really need those subjects in order to get in. But I suppose I like what Kotomi's doing though, study for the work ethic, and so that when work ethic, time management, organisation, stuff like that, so that her life will be a lot easier in college. I think she's doing the right thing, even if, and I mean, if this plan of scholarship related stuff goes wrong, she always has something to back herself up on if she has grades and if she has another path she can go into. I mean, restricting yourself to one path is a bad idea. Yeah, but no, that's totally reasonable.
あと、コツみたいなの掴むと面白いというのはあるよ。ゲーム感覚
Yeah,
的
yeah,
な感
yeah,
じ
yeah,
だ
I
な。
see that.
でも原告嫌いじゃない。
文学好きなら原告なんて嫌いだろう。俺は毎度回答欄を見て怒り狂うからな。
Yeah, 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 seriously, I agree, yeah. Yeah. Yep, I can totally agree. I find it funny that this tradition of fucking awful essay questions obviously carries its way into Japan as well. Yeah, fair enough.
なんでそうなるのかな。
Why is that?
知らないよ。ただ納得できないし、
Yeah, seriously,
納
me
得する気が
too.
ないから原告は嫌い。それだけ。
And what they teach as well, I think the content they teach is crap. Or at least the content on our curriculum.
私が唯一得意なのか原告
Oh, it doesn't
なんだ
matter,
けど
good for you. But literature's the one subject I'm good
そ
at.
りゃ、出題者と感性が合うんじゃないの？
I like that.
ああいうのって感性の問題なの？
No, it doesn't. It comes down to studying, and learning mark schemes, exams, and past paper question practice and stuff like that. It doesn't come back to us. But then again, maybe you have some sort of natural ability? I don't know.
知らん。俺は少なくともそう思っているけどな。
そういえばさ、夏季講習の合宿あるんだけどさ、私とかすごく勉強遅れているから、
Oh, I
ユキトと
see.
一緒に行けたら心強いんだけど。
Oh yeah, there's a summer training camp over the break. I'm way behind on my studies, so I was wondering if you go with me.
合宿ね。
Camp,
最後
huh?
の夏じゃない。
It's our last summer after all. God, that must be so miserable, spending your last summer just in something that would make it so that you'd have to... Actually, I don't necessarily know what those training camps are like. I don't know if it's a full school day or if it's just a part of a school day, or how it compares to a school day as well.
最後って夏なんて何度も来るだろう。
Our last, but summer comes every year.
そういう意味じゃなくて、私たちにとって
Yeah.
同じ学校でいられる最後の夏って意味でさ。
No, not like that. I mean, it's the last summer we'll get to be together in the same school. Yeah, totally, yeah. My guess is that Kotomi will probably end up getting into a college through a sports scholarship. She does not seem like the type of person to have a sport... Well, no. It's just, whenever I imagine people with sports scholarships, I would never imagine somebody like Kotomi. She just... Especially Kendo as well. I don't know. I can imagine somebody... She just has such a laid back and relaxed personality. It just surprises me that she has a sports scholarship that could be potentially just because of her ability in a martial art. I would have thought she'd be way more of an extreme person if that was the case, but no. Yeah. Yeah, fair. Oh god, imagine if everybody dies. Yeah, our last summer is going to be something that will be very true if that's the case. Right, time to see school.
なんだろう。
Ooh. Oh my god, I recognize the theme! Oh, this is unsettling. Oh, this is so weird. Is it going to ever go to the part? I don't think it is. Oh, that's really weird. This is properly weird. There's nothing I can describe this with other than weird. I'll tell you what, I might just turn my volume up a bit. Actually, no. Let's go down a bit, see how this is. There we are. Huh? As soon as we pass through the school gate, something feels
なん
wrong.
かいつもと様子が違う。
Well, I mean, there's nobody here. But then again, it could be because of the fact that they are quite late. Now, so this is the front of their school, it looks like. Rooftop. Rooftop. Lots of greenery as well. I take a gulp and try to calm down.
気のせいじゃないか?
Sure it's not just your imagination?
そうかな。
Imagine if it was. Yeah, there's a real tension that's... There's a real tension that's existing just beyond everything. Kotomi looks uneasy. Yeah. I'm the same. I'm pretending I'm fine, but deep down, something feels strange. Yeah. I'll tell you what, I'm getting cold. I'm just gonna Like, I'm getting seriously cold. But, yeah, no. I kind of get the feeling that everything's really weird, especially because of this music. I think the music constantly plays, it just wrecks me because I'm expecting something, but it's never coming. And I'm expecting to listen to a progression of a melody, but it just feels like it's stuck. And that's why it's so weird, and it just genuinely feels wrong. But I like it. I do. I'll tell you what I hate, though. This jumper is all ripped apart. I genuinely just... This Ost is really unsettling, if I'm going to be honest. I like it. I'm the same. I'm pretending I'm fine, but deep down, something feels strange. Why? Oh, it is the 13th. I wouldn't be surprised about anything. Today should be a normal day, a day just like any other. And yet, something feels vaguely off. That's how I feel.
どうしたんだろう。なんか学校中ざわついてる。
Does that say... Oh my god. I don't know what that says. Hashiri na. Oh, what does that say? Like... I would have thought maybe it could be corridor, but... I thought corridor in Japanese was kaido. And that's obviously not kaido. Like, don't run somewhere. Don't know what that says. What's going on? There's chattering coming on from every classroom. It's interesting, this school, by the way, can I just mention, it looks very, very ominous. It looks dark. It really does. It looks more like a hospital ward than a school, to be honest, but okay. I wonder if something happened.
廊下でチンタラしてても仕方ねえ。
Yeah.
とりあえず教室入るぞ。
Yeah, I open the cat box. Well, no point in hanging around out here in the hallway. Let's just head inside. Oh, yeah. Oh my god, there is a lot of chatter. Oh, shit. Right, okay, that's told us everything we need to know.
他の学校の生徒と一緒にらしいって。
Female student A, female student B.
高島ザクロってあれだろ。
いつも一人でいた。
小沢に続いてまたかよ。
Ozawa?
なんか不気味じゃね。
Who is Ozawa?
後追いみたいな。あの二人つるんでたじゃない。
What? Okay, this is different.
あれはつるんでいるとは言わないだろう。
そう？案外お似合いだったと思うけど。
それは単に俺たちから遠いってだけでさ、後追いじゃないだろう。
いや、そもそもあっちは事故じゃない？関係なくない？
関係ないって言っても同じ場所だったらしいよ。
Yeah, I agree.
それって今回も C 棟ってこと？
Oh, building C, that's weird.
ああ、そもそもあそこって封鎖されてなかったの？
So what was the
あんな事故あったんだから
accident?
さ、普通入れないじゃない？
What was the accident and how does it relate to everything that we've seen before?
だとしてもブルーシート貼られている場所からしてシートから落ちたんでしょ。
不気味なんてもんじゃねえよ。
けどさ、まあ私らは3年だし、あと半年もすればこの学園からもおさらばって考えればさ、まだ救われるじゃん。
Yeah, but that is a very good point. But then again, I suppose, like in Subarashiki Hibi, and especially Looking Glass Insects, I suppose, what happened to Zakudor was so awful that she could never think like this, never. She could never have hope of the fact that this is going to be some of the last, well, it's going to be some of the last amounts of time before everything is over. Because obviously trauma like that, I mean, it probably would go away maybe after a few years, but it would be very hard to make it go away and very difficult. Just feel like you'd ruin your life trying to make something like that go away, and just the fear of what happened to you. God, I really do wonder what's happened here, and it's odd that Okama, is that his name? What? Oh my god, that's weird. The fact that other school students did it too. Ozawa, right. So they were together though, that's weird. What's going on? Yeah, they are fucking idiots. I see what male student A is saying.
そうね。けどさ、今年1年とか2年とか大変
Oh
だ
yeah,
よ
yeah,
ね。
yeah, totally.
来年から北高の偏差値ダダ落ちするでしょ。
What I do find really interesting to think about here is the fact that Kita High is a place that they have a much more normal and civil response to Zakudor's death, which I do find really interesting. I feel like before it was just the case that people were kind of, let's say they were treating the fact that Zakudor had died just as food really, and they were just feasting on the food. They were just totally greedy for gossip. But here it just feels like people were reasonably talking about it. But then again, I suppose the worst thing is, I think I can realise why. The reason why everything was so much more inhumane in terms of how Zakudor was treated was because of the disgusting videos that Megu and Satoko had probably uploaded on the internet with no mosaics. No mosaics. No way. Probably showing her face as well. Well, of course they would have, let's be honest here. But that's why, in my opinion.
こんなこと連続したら偏差値下落は不可避でしょ
Yeah, fair. That's only natural. Shit like this keeps
う。待
happening.
って推薦枠とか減ったりしないのそういうのって。
いや、それはないんじゃないの。
いやないよ。あったら困るし、それありえない
It's
か
not
ら
their
さ。
fault. It's not their fault two people killed themselves in the school they go to. It's only their fault if they had something involved in the suicide that was obviously deliberate. I say deliberate because maybe it could be an accident. I don't know, maybe they'd made a mistake and they were going to apologise, but the person killed themselves before they could. I don't know.
So そうだよね。
The whole class is in a frenzy. Oh yeah, no, totally. It seems very, very chaotic. I like how the classroom looks. Looks very different. It looks a lot smaller as well.
コトミ
Oh my god, Yuka. Yuka. Who is this meant to be similar to? Kimika, maybe? Oh yeah, Ka at the end of her name.
おはようゆかちゃん。
Morning,
お
Yuka-chan.
はよう。それよりさ、知ってる？うちのクラスの高島さんが自殺したんだって。
Interesting. Takashima is in the classroom here rather than the other class with Megu and Satoko. Oh yeah, I do wonder why do I just read Inochi? What? Why? Why? What's the point of that being there? What does that mean? I mean, obviously Inochi means life, but why is it just randomly there? I mean, especially when we're talking about somebody who's just suicided. A bit contradictory. Morning, but more importantly, did you hear? Apparently our classmate Takashima committed suicide. Huh?
そんなはずないじゃない。
That can't be.
いやいや、本当。
No, it's true.
そんなのあるわけが。
There's no way that
昨
could.
日学校の屋上から飛び降りたらしいよ。
Jesus Christ, the roof of the school, rather than a roof of an apartment building, which is unusual. They're saying she jumped off the roof of the school yesterday.
学校の屋上から
I wonder if this is going to turn into a down the rabbit hole too. The only thing is, could it really become a down the rabbit hole too? It just feels a bit too normal. I mean, let's be honest, Yukito and Kotomi, they're probably going to be very, very united in how they deal with it. They're probably going to be dealing with it together. Off the roof of the school?
そう、びっくりじゃない？なんか他の学校の生徒3人で飛び降りたらしくて、シート周りはブルーシートがかかってて、今も校内を警察うろついているんだってさ。
What is top? Oh, right, I see. Yeah, a large piece of heavy waterproof cloth or fabric that is, well, that is used as a covering. So I'd assume that's just the, hang on a second, I just want to do something. Is it me or Yuka really looks like somebody that you'd see in Little Busters? I don't know, it's just the art style of Yuka, she really looks like somebody from that visual novel. I've not actually read Little Busters, I'm gonna do that probably next year, but yeah, it's interesting.
おかしいよそれ。だって昨日高島さんと会ったんだよ。
That's really weird because I ran into Takashima yesterday.
どんな感じだった？普通じゃなかったのやっぱり。というか警察にちゃんと話したら？
This is really interesting. So I feel like this is all going to be Subarashiki Hibi, but it's normal. And there are very extreme events that are being taken, and they're being taken into consideration by realistic perspectives, and perspectives that if the world was in a more civil and less damaged environment, people would be able to also think. This is really interesting. I'm really excited for this actually, because this is going to offer such a contrast to Subarashiki Hibi. It really will. Really, how was she? She must have been acting really weird, right? Oh yeah, totally. Actually, was she? Yeah, shouldn't you go and talk to the police?
自殺なんてそんなはずない。
She couldn't have done that.
昨日会った時はその感じを。
When I saw her yesterday, she didn't seem...
どうしたのその表情。やっぱり心当たりがあるんじゃない？
What's with that look? Did you realise
警
something?
察に話した方がいいよ。
Yeah.
すごかったんだってさ。3人も飛び降りたからすごい血だまりでさ。しかも手を握り合ってたのか重なるみたいになっちゃってて、体が混ざり合う感じだったってさ。
Jesus Christ. Yeah, you really should go to talk to the police. It's crazy. 3 people jumping from the rooftop must have made a huge pool of blood. Yeah, God, I couldn't imagine it. It must be so awful to see. Could you imagine being the first person to see something like that? I mean, I don't blame people like Takuji just for being totally haunted by something like that. Yeah, God. Oh, God, that's really bad. Now, they were holding hands, which makes it a bit more concerning. God, that's awful. So we're probably in an environment that is a little bit more normal, but at the same time, Zakuro is still having really troubled times. Why did she deserve such trouble? Genuinely. That's awful. So, yeah. Why is it the case that these people were holding hands? Because in Zakudo's suicide, they weren't holding hands because of the fact that Zakudo had forced these people who had saw the world beyond of truth, beyond their delusions, right at the worst moment. She was the one who forced them to do it, really, because she thought she was doing a good thing. Yeah, and as a result of all of that, they died, but they weren't holding hands. I never remember hearing anything about that. Maybe they were, but I don't remember it, if it was the case.
うるせえよ
Shut the hell up.
Yukito.
Yukito.
そんなことを楽しそうに話してんじゃねえよ
Oh, I see. What the hell are you smiling for? Are you happy about this shit?
ひどい水上くん、楽しそうになんてしてないし。
What an awful thing to say. How could I be happy about something like this?
楽しくもなければそんな話し方しねえだろ
Yeah, to be fair, I never really... to be fair, I thought initially that Yuka, she was somebody who was just reasonably concerned, but yeah, I can totally see why she would be somebody. No, she sounds like somebody who... She excites the story a little bit, but she's not fully awful just in terms of just the amount of gossip and the amount of fun that she gets from saying the story. She doesn't actually enjoy it whatsoever. It's just, or whatever, whichever reasons these people have to gossip. But I didn't really get that impression from her, so I'm just kind of surprised that he thought that. But I could see why he would think that. For example, talking about the fact that they were holding hands and the fact that their bodies were completely splattered and potentially mixed and matched. Oh god.
そんなつもりじゃ。そん
Oh.
な言い方ってば。そんなつもりじゃ。そんな言い方ってば、水上くんひどいよ。
Oh my god. God, he was really, really cold to Yuka there. I think that was a bit unreasonable because, I mean, like she was saying, it wasn't her intention whatsoever. But then again, I suppose... I think at the moment, Yukito is just a bit... He's a bit stressed on the incident and he's just taking anything sudden or subtle about what's happening and then taking it out on others. I don't think she should have said what she did about, well, just about exciting the issue, really. I sit down at my desk. It would have been impossible for people who jump from the height of Building C to get mangled together anyway. Yeah. Yeah, that is fair. Fuck off those good-for-nothing rumours. I look over at Kotomi's face. Oh no, she must be really troubled, especially because she saw Zakudo the day before. She's... Oh, she needs you. She really does. She's gone pretty pale. I guess it's only natural. I mean, someone she was talking to just yesterday is now dead. Oh my... Oh my god, Asumi, Jesus Christ, you look ugly. Well, I've got a really... Oh my god, it's a cross, no way. Oh my god, and her name is Kiyokawa. Let's just hope she doesn't become a paedophile this time around. Well, not really a paedophile, but... Well, a sexual offender. Let's just make it so that the sound effects don't deafen me. There we are, that's better. Oh my god, Kiyokawa. What does she sound like? Yep, sounds like Kiyokawa as well. Our homeroom teacher, Kiyokawa, enters the classroom in a fluster. Oh my god. Why does this look so ominous? Look at all of these people's heads. And, oh my god, I don't like this. Just looks so creepy. It just really looks like this classroom is a cult. Odd. Oh, yeah, no, totally. The classroom is suddenly enveloped in silence. God, Kiyokawa looks so weird here. And what's her first name as well? Oh yeah, it's Asumi here as well. Everyone seems to be awaiting her next words. Oh, yeah, oh, totally. Yeah, this is the first time I've ever seen anyone take a teacher's words so seriously in homeroom.
興味津々といったところかよ。
Yeah, no, that's... I mean, it doesn't really make sense as to why these people have interest. If she was somebody who was isolated and nobody talks to her, why are you suddenly interested in her when she has killed herself? And also, you've got to ask the question of, is it really right? Do you really have the right to know other people's business? Really? I think the only reason that they would is if their safety was in risk. Yukito. Kotomi tells me off in a hushed voice. I don't blame him for getting annoyed. I would as well. I gave a slight shrug. Yeah, it's just typical school people, to be honest. But to be honest, it isn't surprising at all. Oh, interesting. The moment we enter the classroom, this guy's obscene, weirdly enthralled. Okay, so Yuka is probably going to be a side character, right? Yeah, their eyes are burning with the desire to know more.
皆さんに悲しいお知らせがあります。
Ooh, new track. I have some very sad news for all of you. She's searching for a piece of paper she had.
あった。
God, she seems very, very shocked. Oh, here it is.
本クラス出席番号19番の高島ザクロさんに関しましてのご報告となりますが、昨日日曜日の夕方6時半頃に。
In regard to your classmate, Ms. Takashima Zakuro, yesterday, Sunday evening at approximately 6:30 p.m.
自殺したって本当ですか?
Okay, I thought before that Yukito was overreacting. Jesus fucking Christ, how little respect do you have? You are fucking insane. That's disgusting. That is... I didn't really think what Yuka was doing was the worst, but this is disgusting. This is actually disgusting.
自殺? あ、いや、それはまだ言っちゃいけなくて。
Huh? Suicide? No, I'm not supposed to say that yet.
言っちゃいけないってことは本当なんですか? 他の二人って誰なんですか?
Dude, why do you fucking care? What relevance is it to you? Look, seriously. Are you a family? Or a friend of the victim? No. Have you even talked to her? Probably not. So why is it your concern?
あ、いや、待ってください。まだ状況はわからないことが多く、皆さんも噂話などに惑わされずに落ち着いた行動をとってください。
Oh no, please wait. There is still much that we don't know about the situation, so I would like to urge all of you to act rationally and not to let yourself be misled by such gossip.
推薦枠が少なくなるとかありませんよね。
Yeah, you only care about yourself. Dude, I'm sorry, but if you ask this, I could understand asking this maybe a few hours or a few days afterwards, but after asking it this instantly, well, this quickly after the announcement of Zakudo's suicide, that's so selfish.
推薦
学ですか？いや、それはわかりませんけど、けど今年の4月には各大学と推薦枠に関する取り決めは終わっているはずなので、なくなるとかないのかな。確かそうだったような。
Huh? College? No, I don't know anything about that, but I think that all the applications were already sorted back in April, so you shouldn't be affected. At least I don't think so.
それより他の2人ってこの学校の子なんですか？だったらどこのクラスの子なんですか？
Forget about that. Are the other two kids from this school? If they are, what classes are they in? They're not, but why do you care?
それは違うの。他の2人は違う学校の生徒さんで、その学校とも連絡を密に取っているはずで、詳しいことが分かり次第、ご父母には連絡する手はずだと職員会で決まって。
As soon as we know more information, so you're not... That's actually really weird. Why are they not instantly contacted? I mean, surely you would have thought that these schools have noticed that their parents' kids are dead. It doesn't matter how they died, you should just tell them that they're dead, surely? And then say, we'll keep you updated and we'll do our best to sort it out. I mean, I don't really understand why they're not telling them.
Oi, oi. 職員会では手渡された紙以上のことは喋るなって言われてるんじゃないのか?
Yeah, no. It could be something that is really...
喋ってるじゃねえかよ。
Yeah, it could be something that's really getting out of hand soon. Hey, isn't she supposed to only be talking about what's written on that piece of paper she was handed at the meeting? Yeah, totally. She's not even looking at the damn thing, just blabbering away whenever someone asks a question. Oh god, she's new. That's rough. That really is. Yeah, no. Now I can understand the stuttering and just why she didn't really have an amount of confidence. And this is the worst thing because she's scared and she probably feels that it would be more awkward to be silent. So instead what she does is she confesses about what she knows. But that's not a good idea whatsoever because, I mean, there's only a certain amount of information that you are legally allowed to let out about an incident like this. She's genuinely got to be careful in situations like this. Even if you're whispering, yeah.
推薦枠は減らないと考えて問題ないんですよね。私ちゃんと希望があって今まで頑張ってきたんですよ。
Yeah, because that's all you care about, isn't it?
分かってる。そんなことにはならないと思う。だってみんなが悪いわけじゃないし、だからそんなことにはならないと先生は思うから。
I think the voices are genuinely... The voices are genuinely so loud in this visual novel, I might actually turn them down just a bit. But they're so loud that I can actually make it so that the music is... Oh, it's the highest volume. Go around here, maybe? It's just these voices are genuinely ear-destroying.
思うからじゃ困るんですけど、ちゃんと確認取ってもらえませんか？じゃないとお母さんに何て言えばいいかわからないんですけど。
Sure, you don't think so, but can you actually confirm that? otherwise I won't know what to tell my mom.
大丈夫よ。お母様には動揺しないように伝えて。みんなの不利益になるようなことは学校としてもさせないはずだから。
It's okay, tell your mother that there's no need to worry. I can't imagine the school would do anything that would be detrimental to its students. Yeah, but the only problem about something like this is you've not directly answered her request of, well, fully confirming the situation and what's going on.
はずじゃなくて確約してくださいよ。推薦枠が減らないって。だいたい不祥事ばかりじゃないですか、この学校は。
How would colleges want to accept people like you? That's my question. Please stop telling us what you think and imagine and actually promise us. I mean, how could colleges want to associate with this school after scandals like this? I mean, I get that Kyokawa is new, but I think I don't really think she has had the best move when saying that.
Hmm. 正直困るよね。こんなことが続くって異常だしさ。
Yeah, to be honest, it's really bothering me. It's crazy that this happened again. Yeah. And what's even weirder is the fact that Zakudor is engaged with Ozawa.
そもそもこの学校にふさわしくない人がなんで今まで退学にもならなかったんだか。
Oh my god. You're fucking sick.
ふさわしくない人って。
Yeah. And you know what Kiyokawa is here? Oh, I don't know. Maybe a human being. Yeah, good for you. Good for you.
そんなのとぼけないでくださいよ。先生だって知ってたわけ。
私は知りませんし、そのような認識はありません。すべての生徒さんが我が校にふさわしいと考えておりました。
なんかいじめとかいう話も聞いたんですけど、マスコミとか大丈夫なんですか？いじめで自殺とかだと大変な騒ぎになりませんか
？Could the boyfriend could have potentially suicided or girlfriend? Actually, it could be a girlfriend. I don't know. Because, I mean, Zakudor. Anytime we see Zakudor fall in love with somebody, it's with a girl. Let's be honest here. But, like in Subarashiki Hibi, that is. But, yeah, so maybe this could be a statement that's really, really contradicted by the fact that potentially she's new and she's either new or maybe she's incompetent and she hasn't dealt with bullying that has potentially happened. Everybody's aware of it. Interesting. What about those bullying rumours? What's the media going to think when they hear about that? Yeah, wouldn't there be a huge uproar if someone here committed suicide because of bullying?
いじめなんてありません。絶対にそんなことはありません。そんなことをご父母には絶対に言わないようにしてください。そのような事実はありませんから。
Yeah, this... Oh, I had so much hope in her. She seemed like she was good at her job and she cared about the students. And then we've just realised that she's as crap at her job as Senagawa is. There's no such thing in this school. No, certainly not. Please... Please don't ever tell your parents that. It's not true. Who asks? Who is a teacher and says, oh don't tell your parents? Jesus Christ. What are you talking about? There really wasn't anything like that.
そんなことはなかったね。
Yeah, says likely the bullies.
そもそも同じクラスだったけど影薄すぎて存在すら知らなかったぐらいだし、名前もうっすらとしか認識してないし。
Hell, I was even in the same class as her, but I didn't even know what she looked like, and I only vaguely recognized her name.
私も最初聞いた時は誰とか思った。
How disrespectful can you fucking be? These people are unreal. They really are unreal. I mean, I don't know whether they're bullies. Doesn't matter. They're shit people. They are really shit people. Yeah, when I heard what happened, my first thought was like, who?
いじめとかなかったし、学校の不祥事ってわけじゃないんだから、推薦枠が減るとかありえませんよね。
These people really piss me off. They really do. There was no bullying or anything like that, so it's not like it's a scandal or anything. We should be able to get into college just fine, right? Who are Zakudo's bullies if she is bullied, which I think is very likely here. Oh god, you can't say anything. They're just going to find a way to take it against you. Yes, of course, this certainly won't impact you getting into college.
はい、現地いただきました。
Alright, it's a promise then.
現地って
Huh? A promise?
今先生が言ったんだからさ、絶対に責任取ってくださいよ。
Yeah, no, totally reasonable. I think the annoying thing about this is just the fact that it so could have been prevented if she just said, I don't know, I will just confirm with the people who are in more superior positions than me. You could have just said that and avoided all of these issues, man. You could have. But you didn't.
責任ですか？でも私はまだ先生になって2年目で。
Well, I mean, 2 years is more than enough. She does not feel like a teacher who has been only a teacher for 2 years. I mean, she's young, obviously, but I feel like she would have been 2 months, not 2 years, especially with her attitudes to bullying.
先生
Teach. I throw my hand up, shouting loud and clear. Yes. God, she really is distressed. I feel bad for her. Well, to be honest, I mean, in teaching, the job is teaching people knowledge and dealing with a class. Yeah, this isn't really in most people's job description, dealing with events like these, but yeah, with unlucky people like her, she does have to deal with stuff like this, and it must be hard if... I mean, she may be more of a shy person and she might find everything difficult. Maybe she's really good when it comes to teaching her subject material. It's just she's not really good at anything outside of the subject material. Who knows?
体調が悪くなりました。保健室で寝込んでていいでしょうか？
He doesn't sound like he's not feeling well. I'm not feeling well. Is it alright if I go lie down in the infirmary?
そうだよね。こんなショッキングなことがあったら体調も悪くなるよね。
Yes, of course. It's understandable if you feel unwell after a shocking event like this. Yeah, totally. Yeah, to be fair, she does actually have a point. I don't feel well either. I mean, isn't it a bit weird that we're even in school after all this? Yes, of course it is. Dude, fucking 3 people have suicided. But how do you necessarily know if it's a suicide? Why are you not closing the school on the suspicion of murder? Like, I don't know anything about the justice system, but, I mean, surely that would be logical? I don't know. But I just feel like if there is a possibility of a murderer running loose in this school, why the fuck would you not close the school? It's nonsensical as hell. I agree. Yeah, how can she actually justify that?
そうですよ。普通なら休校になりません。警察だって学校にいるんでしょ。
Well, to be fair, I mean, the police are there, that's good. That's right. Wouldn't school usually be cancelled? I mean, even the police are here.
いえ、 そんなことをしたら騒ぎが大きくなるし、なるべくみんなには普通に過ごさせる
She's
ように
really
って
talking too
校長
much.
先生が
Oh
言って
my
たし。
god. This is the worst, especially because of the fact that there are loads of gossip related events going on here, and a lot of people will they'll relay what they say, what they've been told to at least 10 different people. No, well, the whole school will know about this in a second. No, well, if we did that, a huge commotion would oh my god, a huge commotion would spring up. The principal said that we should let everybody go about their business as usual.
なんだよ、生徒の命より対面大事だから俺たちを登校させたのかよ。
Yeah, basically. I mean, that's not even wrong, that's the sad thing. The hell? You made us come to school because you care more about the school's reputation than about us.
いや、大事になったら困るからそれでいいよ。推薦枠が消えたりしたら困るもん。普通通り過ごすのが正しいと思う。
Yeah, even though there could be a murderer in the school. Good logic. Yeah, good logic. No, wait, it's fine if they try to... No, wait, it's fine if they try and stop it from becoming a big deal. I don't want to lose my chance at getting into college. This is the right thing to do.
まあそうかもね。騒ぎすぎて被害被るの私たちだ
Jesus,
し、
shut up.
正直何事もない風にしてほしいというのはあるかも。
Well, maybe. We're the only ones that suffer if this causes a huge scandal. To be honest, it might be better if we make it look like nothing has happened.
俺は何事があった方が面白いからいいけどな。
I think that the more interesting things are, the better.
それはあんたが成績悪いからでしょうが、私みたいな推薦狙いの足引っ張るのやめてもらえない？
It's just because you have bad grades. Would you please stop dragging down people like me who are trying to get into college? Ah, yes, you're trying to get into college, so that means you're just the one-up in society and you're better than everybody else.
そもそもなんで他の生徒集めて北高で自殺しているのよ。マジで迷惑でしかないんだけどさ。
Yeah, sure thing.
死んだ人に対して迷惑だなんて、そんな言い方はダメです。
Yeah, no, I totally agree.
だって事実迷惑だし。
Well, you're a horrible person. That's also true. Yeah, no, I disagree. It's only dominated by these female students A, B, and C. It's just dominated by the bad people.
Kotomi も外に出ないか？ここは
Oh, it's properly nasty. Yeah, you should get out. I agree.
そっか。
ともかく皆さん静かにしてください。皆さんも安易に自殺等などせず、命を大事にしてください。
I like how this music, it gives a very uncomfortable atmosphere, and it gives a peaceful yet almost ethereal atmosphere. It just feels so humble and so peaceful. If anything, I'm actually finding it hard not to feel relaxed by this music, but at the same time it gives a very unsettling tone too. hope none of you will follow her example and throw away your life so carelessly. Yeah, please cherish your lives and focus on healing from your classmate's death.
そんなの当たり前じゃん。
Well, duh. Lol. Jesus Christ. Yeah, forget what I was saying about everybody just having a more normal approach to everything. I mean, the main characters seem normal and they do seem sane, but at the same time I get the impression that there are a lot of things that are very, very backward in this story, even if the main character might not be completely mentally insane. What? I feel kind of bad for saying mentally insane. Let's just say with the ID.
いや、先生テンパりすぎでしょ。命を大事にってドラッケのコマンドかよ。
Let's go, we've still got the beeping. She must be losing it. Isn't that a Dragon Quest line? Oh god. I don't know.
古いの知ってるね。
You know about that old
兄
thing?
ちゃんが古いゲームとか持っててさ。
Yeah, my brother plays a bunch of old games. Yeah, just get out of there, that's totally reasonable. I feel bad for Kyokawa, she has no choice but to stay. I'll leave the classroom behind me. Oh
屋
shit.
上入れるのだな。
What is this music? This is really unusual. Let me guess, we're going to see Ayana. Now, what's really unusual about this rooftop here is just the fact that it feels like Subarashiki Hibi's rooftop, but the only thing is it's oddly... When you look... when you just look straight on, you notice that nothing feels straight. It just feels the same as what we've seen before, but just oddly different. Well, at least I can still get up here. Yeah, it must be very nice. I mean, even though you must get the sun on full blast, well, I mean, I suppose you have a few clouds, blocks some sort of radiation from the sun, but I mean, it must be so nice just to have very, very natural breeze, a view, nobody there as well. Are there going to be any bullies up here, though? That's a question. Or at least I can still get up here. Seeing as they're smaller than C. Oh, yeah, it's no trouble to get up to the rooftops of buildings A or B via the windows. I'm sure they'll probably put up wire mesh or some iron grating over these within the next few weeks, though. I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest, yeah. I'm on the roof of building A. From here I look over at building C. Shit, what is going to be the thing that is seen? Basically, is he going to see somebody dropping a doll? Building C is the tallest of them all, so surely the fall from there has to be the most unforgiving.
あそこから落ちたのか。
Oh, never mind. I don't think anything of significance was seen. So she fell from there, huh?
確かいじめがなんとかと言ってたな。
Oh, she's still bullied then. I do remember hearing something about bullying. Bullying? Huh? I wonder if that had something to do with it. I see. Yeah, no, that makes sense. Sorry to say, but I'm not exactly the most talkative at school, so I don't even know all that much about my class. Yeah, and I mean, the people who are in, classmates of Yukito, he has such little knowledge of even who they are. Yeah, that's fair. I'm only getting by thanks to how social Kotomi is. Total contrasts.
1年の時にあんなことがあったらな。
Well, not much I can do after what happened back in first year. Ooh. Looks like we've got something to learn about soon. Wonder what happens in first year. Is there something that made him very unsociable?
どこまで読んだんだ?
Let's see, how far was I? Are we going to see Ayana? Because this is similar to... I mean, the first time we saw Ayana, I think, was when Yuki was reading and then Ayana said... Ayana was just interested in what the book was. She was quite literally staring at us. Oh? Never mind. Reasonable. Okay, I'm just gonna BRB for a sec because I'm quite tired. Okay, back from my little break. What's nice today is that I've got no work, well, no part-time job tomorrow, so I'm free to do whichever DJing hours I would like today. It's 4 AM at the moment, but I do not give a fuck. Right, yeah, so I'm gonna talk quieter, and I'm gonna have the mic closer to me, so yeah. How's this? Yeah, this is what I was aiming for. Nice. Right, let's begin this. Okay. So is this an actual book, or are they done? Yeah? Yeah, no. Yeah, that's interesting. So this is a genuine book that's being referenced. It's not as if there's a copyright patent, or maybe it's because of the patent of the book expiring. I think that's probably why. I remember when Yuki was... Oh god, this is probably not really an appropriate time to discuss it, but when Yuki was searching for, well, certain toys on Amazon, and they used a really funny way of bypassing the Amazon name. But I suppose obviously this can actually be used. Anyway, oh god. Oh god. This looks very complicated. Obviously I've never read this book, so just hang on a second. I need some context. Oh, that's odd. So, the argument that human beings have two pure forms of intuition, space and time, which are the source of a synthetic a priori knowledge of mathematics and mechanics. That's really unusual. The study of which the mind categorizes data from the sensory manifold. That's interesting. So I suppose it's saying that all knowledge comes from sense. Sense of space and time. It's very unusual. Judgment is a specific type of cognition where... It's not really... Oh, this looks like a potentially good site. Oh, here we are. Yeah, I can see what he means. I don't really understand it that much either. Yeah, fair enough. Ah. Oh, I see, that's interesting. Oh, so if something's epistemological, it's relating to the theory of knowledge. Methods, validity and scope with regard to. Oh, and the distinction between justified belief and opinion. I suppose the essence of knowledge, in a way. Yeah, God, that's tricky. I feel bad for him. I mean, from what I searched on the internet, it didn't really look... It looked like something that would definitely make you think a lot if you bought the book. It would be something quite difficult to understand. It's not something that would leap at you. Yeah. Yeah, God. That's hilarious. I mean, that's interesting. My God. This really reminds me of Tractatus Logico Philosophicus in a way, just books that are very philosophical, but at the same time they're written for... Well, then again, I mean, I suppose these people are geniuses and they really, really have a good ability to contemplate, but at the same time I do wonder if books like these, they are just entire reflections of their thoughts, so I wonder if, from an outside perspective, it's hard to understand because you don't fully have the same ways of thinking that this person did. And I wonder if you were another philosopher, if somebody was another philosopher and they read this, I wonder how their comments of understanding all of these principles would vary compared to, I don't know, for example, Yukito. Yeah, that's good. Oh yeah, I've heard of that word before. I completely forgot what I meant. Yeah, well, let's just see what it means. I remember searching up for Antimony of Common Flowers, if you've heard of that game. I swear it's Toho 15.5. I don't know much about the fighting game series though. I just play the mainline games. Right, so an antimony is a contradiction between two beliefs or conclusions that are in themselves reasonable. A paradox. Oh, okay. That's interesting. Is there an example? Oh, there is no absolute truth can be considered an antinomy because the statement is suggesting in itself to be an absolute truth. Oh yeah, yeah, that's true. Yeah, it is true that there is no absolute truth. So how is there no absolute truth if that statement is true? I like that. Yeah, but, I mean, how are you alive? Yeah, exactly. But how can something exist without any beginning, though? Yeah, fair. Yeah, I agree, yeah. Yeah, totally. I mean, it just doesn't necessarily feel accurate. How can the universe be infinite if, I don't know, for example, we're here, but secondly, I just do find it really interesting that we only know the beginning of the universe, but the only reason we know of the universe is because of the planet we live in. I just really wonder. I mean, there's so many mysteries, there really is. For example, how did life on Earth begin? To be fair, that's a good question, actually. If life on Earth can begin, why is it the case that in other planets, different civilizations can't begin like ours did? But to be fair, I mean, we've not really discovered many alternate means of having life on other planets, and whether they have habitable conditions or not is another thing to think about, but still. Yeah, totally. Yeah, totally. Yeah. Yeah, totally. You can't make anything from a zero. You can't multiply, you can't divide, you can't do operations. Yeah. It's weird. It really, really is. Yeah, because you think of a cause and effect, and then you think that the universe began from nothing, so how could there possibly be a cause and effect to that? But then again, I mean, how are you going to argue against this, though? Yeah. Yeah, no, it's fucking weird. It's cool. Yeah. Yeah, genuinely, yeah. And then I suppose you could link into Wittgenstein's just whether something can be put into words or not. Yeah, and I just find it really interesting that Yukito here at the moment, he is very, very unsatisfied with everything that is going on in the classroom. I don't blame him, these people are fucking horrible. They really are. I mean, it's totally isolated, but I think those female students A to C that we were seeing, no way it's the case that they weren't bullies. I wonder if they were Zakudo's bullies even. Got Kyokawa, I mean, I think Kyokawa means well, but she's really bad at her job. I mean, come on. I mean, I think she definitely has a moral compass, but what the fuck are you doing with the bullying? Dude, deal with the bullying. Bullying does exist in this school. Or maybe she's so gullible that she actually believes bullies' two-faced acts. This is really odd, but it's true. It's just such a weird way of thinking. Yeah, it's so weird, but it's true. I mean, people can come to their own subjective conclusions, but there's not really anything objective that can be found. Yeah, it's so weird. Existence and non-existence.
もしかしたらこの対立するように見えるものは所詮表裏一体で同じものなのかもしれない。
Yeah, that's reasonable.
だからどちらを答えても対立してるもの。
Yeah.
対になっているもの。それ以外のもの。
語り得ぬことについては沈黙しなくてはならない。
Oh god, here we go. Oh my god, I'm excited to see Ayana's theme. I bet you it's gonna have a remake. How is her personality going to differ? Or is it going to differ? Better question. To be fair, Yukito does have a point here. I mean, saying that non-existence and existence are at the same, in the same side of the coin, it may override the logical contradiction, because you think, how could anything have existed in the first place? And if you think that the universe never existed whatsoever, well, I mean, sure, it would be, the logical contradiction would be finished and there would be no questioning it, but at the same time, I think there'd be the significant question of how the fuck are people here today if the universe never existed? And maybe we view the world in a wrong manner or something like that, I don't know. It's fucking creepy if I'm going to be honest, it really is. I knew Ayana was going to come on. She was going to come sometime soon. I just wonder if she's going to be human or maybe a Lovecraftian existence like she was last time, or maybe if she's... I don't know. I mean, she seems, just from the first thing she said, very philosophical. Whereof one cannot speak, thereof one must be silent. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Oh, I see. So, we're not getting a theme that sounds like Ayana's theme. Interesting, here she is. God damn. She looks like Minakami Yuki in a way, especially with this little... I don't actually know what you call it. It looks like a... just looks like a... some sort of rubber band. No, it's a hairpin. I look up to find a lone girl standing there. Oh shit.
その本は面白い?
Is that book interesting?
おとなし綾菜
Otonashi Ayana. Otonashi Ayana. She's a student in the same class as me, though this is the first time we've actually spoken. Yeah. Yeah, reasonable, but at the same time, if this is the case, how is it the case that that she's talking to us now? How and why is she talking to us if she talks to barely any people? But then again, maybe she's just one of the people who's really, really secluded and feels that nobody has anything in common with her. Which I don't blame her. I kind of feel similar myself. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, that's interesting. Oh, this is unusual. Yeah, no, I actually see that. If I'm going to be honest, it's kind of ironic because this contradiction and the antinomy of creation, it kind of reminds me of Ayana in a way. I mean, okay, so Yukito can't remember Ayana whatsoever, but at the same time, even though this person is isolated from society, he somehow particularly remembers her face. He's barely ever seen her, and he also remembers just the fact that she exists. But at the same time, he remembers barely any times in which Ayana was there before. So, I mean, could the memories of Ayana just be, well, something that has suddenly arrived, or what? Could she have come from nothing? Yeah, totally, yeah. Your book.
初めて話すな。何やっているんだこんな場所で。
This is the first time we've talked, right? What are you doing up here anyway?
面白い
Yeah, she's definitely not normal. Is it interesting?
話聞けよ。
Hey, listen to me.
純粋理性批判
God, this is difficult conversation. No, but then again, I mean, I feel like in a conversation like this, she doesn't really have much. Or if you talk to her about what's interesting, sure, you will be able to have a really interesting conversation. But I feel like it's one of those conversations where if you don't talk about what these people think are interesting, you won't get anywhere.
ああ、そうだよ。カントの純粋理性批判だ。
Yeah, that's right. It's Kant's critique of pure reason.
カントってあれのこと
You mean the book that's written by,
ああ、哲学者の。
yeah, philosopher.
女性器
What? What? Oh my god, her face!
これは女性器の本
なんだ英語かぶれかだったら、キャントとでも言えばいいのか
Oh god. I love her face. But at the same time, I mean, I'm sorry, but how little social ethics do you have? I mean, I understand that this is a joke, but at the same time, I mean, saying this to a person you've only just met is just asking for somebody to be put off you. But then again, I mean, Yukito's not being put off.
Ah, できない
できない？何それ？
キャント
Oh god.
ああ、キャンノットの短縮形ね。
Yep, they really do have a point in saying it sounds similar. I think it's interesting that Ayana has the same first meeting with Yuki as Yukito.
そうできない本女性器できない本童貞の書
What?
なんでそうなるんだよ。哲学書だろうが。
Yeah, seriously.
そう
ってなぜお前はそんなことで残念そうな顔するんだよ。
だってゆきとくんが女性器できない本を一人屋上で読んでるなんて
Yeah, this person's not
面
okay.
白すぎて笑みを
Just
止め
like
られない
last time. You definitely sound like you're
い
laughing.
やお前笑ってないし、マジ顔だし、せめて笑えよ。
Seriously, yeah.
笑えばいいと思うよと言わせたいの
I don't really know. I think it's maybe from this music and how bleak and how empty and how, just in general, how lacking in variety it is. I just get a really, really bad impression. And Ayana, she's really, really like last time. She doesn't have any social etiquette. And at the same time, it's as if she never really existed in this world, and yet she is just a being in which everybody knows, just by instinct.
いや、笑われたら非常に不愉快でしかないが。
Yeah, fair enough.
だったら笑ってみるクスクス
That was your laughing. Oh my god. And she's using sound effects. I've only seen people say in manga. Nowhere else. That's hilarious.
お前、性格悪いな。
quite frank. But I mean, I'm sorry, but who? I mean, firstly, not only are you just making fun of somebody's work that they have put so much of their heart and time into. I mean, even if you're against this person and their views, you can't deny that they've put a lot of effort into this. So you're making fun of that just because of the fact that his name sounds like cunt. Well, if you have the kana for both Kyanto and the other one. But also, I mean, just... Well, I mean, you can see why somebody like this talks to nobody, to be honest.
そう
Really?
お前そんなことばっかり言ってるから友達ができないんだよ。
Yeah, seriously. I mean, to be fair, I do feel kind of bad for Ayana because this is just her way of joking around. I mean, some people, I suppose it's just a bit more creepy than what is societally acceptable. But then again, I mean, there's always a person for somebody. You might not find any friends in this school, but could you find any friends outside of school?
友達
そうだ、友達だよ。
Yeah, friends.
友達はいる
え、いたっけ？
Huh, you do?
友達ならいる
Yeah, I have friends.
記憶にないのだが。
Can't say I remember you having any. Yeah. Then again, I can't remember much of anything about her. Otonashi slowly points at me.
ああ、それは光栄だね。
Oh, I see. That's interesting. I'm honoured. Even though he was quite literally just a few lines up saying, "You are a terrible person." I mean, this is just her way of joking around. Maybe she has found somebody that she genuinely feels is nice here. And I mean, I'm sorry, but who makes jokes like this to somebody she's never met? She's definitely damaged. Maybe Yukito is going to be a really good person. Oh, yeah. Interesting that she says she has friends, plural of friends. And then she points at us. Why are we more than one person? I mean, I think Yukito is fully sane here, but I don't know. I thought Minakami Yuki was completely sane. I'm honoured.
初めて喋ったような気がするけど。
But I think this is the first time we've talked, no?
そう
Really?
ああ。
I just think it's so funny that if you ask me, Ayana, really, her voice sounds so similar to Sato from Happy Sugar Life, and I just can't stop making that connection. No reaction. This is the first time we've spoken, right? Yeah, that's a bit odd. I can't remember any other time.
さてと、授業もそろそろ終わるし、教室に帰るか。
Well, classes will be ending soon, so why don't we return to where we ought to be?
終わる
It will end,
から帰る
and so we shall return. Ah, she's so saying the world will end, so we shall return to the sky. She seems oddly troubled. She seems very unusual because this Ayana feels... She just feels like she knows everything, sure, but at the same time she feels a little bit more damaged and more shy than the Ayana that we've seen before.
なんだよ、それ。
Dude, what is happening with her eyes?
お前が言うと、なんか怖いよ。
そうそんなにかっこいい
そんなことは言ってないが。
Yukito seems very kind. I like that.
そう
そういえば、さっき言ってた言葉。語り得ぬことには沈黙しなくてはならない。だっけ？
そう。
あれ、ウィトゲンシュタインの論理哲学論考の
Oh my
7
god,
番
he
目の命
knows
題
it.
だよな。
Jesus Christ. That's the hilarious thing. He knows exactly where it's from as well. My god. He's definitely read it.
ウィトゲンシュタイン。
そう、ウィトゲンシュタインだろ。
女性器の次はやはり男性器。
What?
なんでやねん。確かにウィトゲンシュタインには同性愛の噂がつきまとっていたけど、男性器そのものではない。
知ってる。
だったらなんだよ。
ユーモア。
ユーモアではないし。笑えない。
Seriously, it's just uncomfortable.
そんなユキト君を見ている私が笑えるからいい。
Yeah, no, it really feels like it. That's so unusual. Yeah, because obviously that quote, where if one cannot speak, one must be silent, it's a reflection of her own existence. There she is. Yukito looks quite cool. He looks like Takuji, just a bit older. And he does look a bit different in terms of how his face looks. I'm surprised that he isn't here in the character viewer. Unusual.
わあ、ユキト。
Oh my god. This feels so weird seeing a sprite off in the distance. I've never really seen this before. I'll tell you what, that sound effect kinda did its best to deafen me, so let's turn it down. There we go. Ah, Yukito.
トミか。
Oh, Kotomi.
いろいろ考えたら一限目って原告だったじゃない。
そうだっけ？
Dude, he doesn't even know.
その後もずっと授業サボった。
そんな記憶があるな。
I mean, I get that he's having fun reading, but to be fair, I mean, reading on the school rooftop, it must be really quite nice, but at the same time, there is a time and a place, surely?
そんなことしていると卒業できなくなるよ。
Yeah, totally.
ああ、それは大丈夫。補習受ければ取り返しがつくんだよ。それに俺は推薦とか狙ってないから内心と
Oh
か関
my
係ないし。
god. Yeah, you can make up for it with extra classes, I don't deny that, but at the same time, surely when you want extra classes, you're going to want to have your free time, and you're going to probably get burnt out if you always think that you need, or if you always have so many things that you need to catch up on, that if you were being better about your studies, you could just do it now when your home time is being used up. So you don't have to use any other home time where you could be doing things that are more fun than studying. It's just a bit nonsensical. Jeez, Yukito.
部活いつ終わるんだ？
When's your club over?
なんで？
Huh? Why?
待っててやるから一緒に帰らないか？
Oh, that's nice. Obviously really similar to Subarashiki Hibi.
ユキト。
ダメか？
ううん、全然ダメじゃないよ。ありがとう。
なんでお礼言われるんだよ。
でもさ、私が部活の間って
Yeah, seriously.
ユキトが暇じゃないかな。
任せろ。俺はこう見えてもやることが結構あるんだ。
Do you? What, like read, for example?
ダラダラしたり？
そう
I just think it's so funny that this guy, he takes so much pride on being lazy. Then again, I mean, you've got to have pride on something.
せっかくだから一生懸命ダラダラしてやるぜ
本当にありがとう、ユキト。
なあ任せておけ。
じゃあ部活が終わったら。
そのぐらいに体育館に行く。
じゃあ部活頑張るよ。
That's really quite sweet. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, no, 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 no. She must be really, really happy now.
とは言ったものの何をやるかなどうしたもんか。
Oh my god. Lots of choices. God damn. Well, I don't really know. I like the save menu, by the way. It's very unusual. Odd font as well. Can I just mention? What the fuck? There are 20 pages. Why are there 20 pages? That's weird. Who's gonna use 20 pages of choices? What is the genuine point? What should we do? I kind of want to see if we can have more conversation with Ayana. But I just want to see... About the rooftop. God, Ayana really is unusual. I want to see more of her. I do. Or at least I want to have a chance to see more of her. Yeah, no, that makes sense. I suppose make the most of the place that you find real serenity when being in before it's all sealed off because of the incidents that have occurred. If I'm going to be honest, I mean, I get that the school is monitored by police, but at the same time, this person kind of is just allowed to do whatever he wants here. There's nobody who has any means of accounting for his whereabouts. I just think it's ironic that even though police are meant to be here, he is this free to do whatever. Oh, it's Ayana again. Yeah, interesting. That has barely ever happened. It's always Ayana who's met us, rather than the other way around, us meeting Ayana. Interesting. I get up to the rooftop via the window, and there I found Otonashi Ayana.
Oi! Otonashi!
Hey, Otonashi. What? But she quite literally registers the fact that we are here. No response. I walk right up to her.
何やってんだ?
What are you up to? Yeah, God, she really is unstable. Then again though, I feel like somebody like Yukito, if Yukito began to understand who Ayana truly is, which, I mean, let's be honest, nobody does. So it's going to be a bit difficult for one random person to understand who she is, but then again, if Ayana has somebody that she can, well, where she can seek understanding in, maybe that'll be really beneficial for her.
何か見えんのか?
空。
そりゃそうだな。で?
Yeah, I like the clouds. They look oddly realistic here. They really do. It looks a lot less like the typical VN sky. I like it. It's a very interesting little colour scheme here. You have the significant blue here that really defines the sky, and then that's just kind of paired with this red colour of the text box.
塩梅とは
どんな空が見えるのかって聞いているんだよ。
ああ、それなら言える。私が見ているのは 対の空。
対の空？なんだそりゃ。
And
何かが対立してるのか？
なぜそう思うの？
yeah, it's because he doesn't know the kanji for it.
対の空とか言うから。
なるほど。ユキト君には見えない。
見えるも何もただの空じゃないか？
ただの空とは何？
ただの空って普通の空っていうか。
普通の空とは何？
ね、青くて雲が浮かんで太陽が照って。
青くない空は普通ではない？
いや、そりゃ赤くなったり暗くなったりもするけど、普通の空って言えば
いや
それまであった空だ。
それまであった空。いつからそれはそれまであったの？
Well, since you've been alive, really.
いつからと言われるとよくわからんが。
自然の一応性原理？
今まであったからこれからもある。俺はそれを普通と言った。そのことに対して自然の一応性原理なんて言葉を出したのか？
Hmm.
普通なことは今までがそうであったから普通。そしてそれは今までそうだったからこそこれからもそうだろうという過程。
今まであったことから予測してこれからのことも同じであろうと思う。
Yeah, yeah, totally.
だが実際は自然の一応性原理を正当化するためには機能法を使うが、その機能法が自然の一応性原理によって正当化されている。つまり互いが互いを正当化してぐるぐる回っているだけ。循環論法になっている。
Yeah, yeah, that's interesting.
だが普通は普通だろう。
普通は普通。
そうだ。これまでがそうであったのだからこれからもそうだろうと考えて不思議じゃない。逆に一切の法則もなく 一応性もなくデタラメだったら人間は生きていけないだろう。
そんなことはない。人はどんな空の下でも生きていける。だから私はここで見ているの。
何を？
対の空を。
Look at her face.
やっぱりお前の冗談はよくわからねえ。
Isn't it interesting that she's not talking whatsoever? She's not saying anything about what she's truly thinking.
そう。
It's just the fact that he's not informed, but at the same time, Ayana isn't making any sense to... Well, Ayana isn't making any effort to make it so that he understands. Or maybe it's like the dialectical stage of thinking, I remember. Just the fact that you know something that's really significant and then you forget it, but then afterwards you spend your whole life searching for that which you have known in the beginning, but you have forgotten.
対の空か。俺にも見えたりするのかね。
もちろん。だってそれはいつでも開かれており閉じられており一点であり全体であり、空間を持たず時間を持たず限界でありその場であり、
This is so unusual.
そして今ここと名指すことができる。そんなものでしかないから。
今ここ？
そう。今はいつ？ここはどこ？その本質的疑惑に立ち止まったら見つめればいい。そうすればきっと見えるはず。
なんつうかあんまり見たいもんじゃなさそう。
そう。
Oh. I'm surprised. Oh my god, that's interesting that that's a place of significance. Oh my god. So I think I've got a lot of interesting things to look at tomorrow. I'm gonna go to bed now because I'm really tired. If I'm gonna be honest, the curse of this visual novel is just the fact that the music is so relaxing. I mean, maybe not this music, but at the same time, the music of everything that this visual novel gives is really, really peaceful, and as a result of that, I just find it hard to, well, read it when I'm tired, to be honest, because I just feel like falling asleep just because of how relaxing the music is. That's a fucking curse. It really is. But anyway, that was quite interesting today. It feels like everything that we're going to be reading here really is going to be similar to Subarashiki Hibi, and it's kind of going to be, it's a really interesting experience because it's just what we've read before, but imagined in a new light, and obviously with a new setting, and just in general, I do wonder what everything is going to be like and how this story is going to end. I just really wonder what there is to cover in all of these fragments here. It's going to be an interesting question. It'll be a nice read, this, I think. And I don't think it will be as good as Subarashiki Hibi, because obviously this is the second time we're experiencing a story like this rather than the first. But at the same time, I think it's just really interesting how much is similar. It really is. So, yeah, I really do wonder. I feel like we're going to begin seeing the significance of, I feel like when we go to the old pool, maybe that's when we're going to begin seeing things that indicate Yukito's personality. I don't know, but yeah, we're going to discover that tomorrow. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and see you next time.